Yep. Should be. About to confirm. Ah. And we're underway, semifinal against Venom out of Canada. Make that Canada. So they're used to this frozen tundra stuff. Warm indoors though. I am missing the sands of Clearwater nonetheless. Okay, 1-0 early lead for C2. Nice swing there. Should be a good matchup. Been hearing some good press about this team, so the boys are gonna have to get it done. Serving error will help. Bradley back serve. Dig, tip over for the score. Good work, Josh S. 3-1. Riley still kicking it. 18s won their final just a few minutes ago. And we're joined as we speak by Isaac McKinney. All right, Bradley gets us underway. Lock back, Jakai says niet. One. Good work, man. No, semi. We are running about an hour behind. And the 18's already done with their final, and looks like Josh S. may have tweaked an ankle in that altercation. He is slow to get up. He's feeling the top of his foot, actually. 5-1 at the moment as Josh Seifert helps to the bench, it looks like. We'll keep an eye on what's going on over there. He's got his foot elevated and looks like they're going to get some ice and or compression or both. I'm not sure if he's done for the day or not, but hopefully it's no big deal. Probably a nice serve, but a good pass. That's down the line, but wide. 6-1 C2 lead. Ball has been retrieved and Riley making his way to the right side of the court to put that into play. Nice serve. Oh, nice up though. I thought that might be an ace the way it was coming in hot, but a good play by the Venom team. Nice swing there though as Jakai goes 4-4 and a 7-1 lead. Well, again, first contact can make all the difference. This team can definitely put the ball down. They demonstrated that in warm-ups, but so far C2 service pressure has kept them from establishing much of an offense. Oh, that's not going to be the service pressure we're looking for. Oh, maybe it is. Overpass is harvested by Jakai after Riley trying to just drop in a shorty and got a little too much altitude on that. should have been an easy pass for Venom to make, but they shundered it over the net. Timeout on the floor as C2 has erupted with an 8-1 lead here. Trainer has made their way over to the bench, so tending to Josh. We hope that's nothing of consequence. We're out of the timeout, and Bradley ready to take up where he left off. A little horsepower off of that. Triple block. Return to sender. The recycle coming though. Tipped. Nice up. Josh to Josh Harm. And a 9-1 lead for C2. We're in the semis. I don't know how the scheduling was supposed to be working, but the 18s have already finished up their final. Some of them are around the court cheering on their clubmates. Medals in hand or around next, as it turns out. Opportunity here. Back row for Briley. That's off the block into the floor. Point C2. All right, just prepping you guys. You got to really set your timers for next week. We got a 3-day Festivus for the rest of us in the Derby City. We'll be hosting in Louisville. The Derby Louisville Invitational should be one of the premier boys events on the 25-26 calendar. We were looking forward to it. The only thing I can say is the stream quality at the Louisville Exposition Center. It's the building that AT&T Streaming forgot. So we'll try to get something figured out for that. Or just come to town and see us in person. It's 10-3 now. Out to Jakai. Blocked back. Nice cover.
Thank you. How are you feeling?
Ooh, tip, hooray. And Josh is up and moving towards the training desk, so that's a good sign. He's actually walking unassisted and doesn't seem to be having too much trouble there. A little gingerly, but... Ooh, nice block there as... the Venom Black Mambas have come alive. They look a bit like they've been left out in the cold overnight to get things started. They've now closed within 5 at 10-5. Riley, though, puts a stop to those shenanigans. And that'll be a 11-5 lead as Bryce steps back to serve. Off the block, nice up by Josh. Bryce out to Jakai, who does the necessary big swing there, and a 12-5 lead for C2. Both teams trying to punch their ticket to the finals. Scheduled for 3 o'clock start. We're running an hour behind on this court, so who knows what time that might go off. Nice one-handed set. That's chiseled off the block and out of play. Point for Venom. Is it the Venom or is it just Venom? I'm not sure. Both Joshes trying to play that one. We only have 2 Joshes available. Not sure if that makes my job harder or easier. Takai bangs that off the block for the point. And he'll come back to third. Let's see if we can get Takai on a service run. Gotta get a count here. 15-8, 7-point lead. Rory. A jumbo. That's just a bit long. The maxi jumbo. Well, we trade service errors. This guy will hand this up. Kept alive. Should be a free ball. Very nice up. Another free ball coming. Josh, nice work on the dump. Is the count 79. Crowley pushes that down and is called for the poach. He begs to differ, but I don't think his opinion is going to matter much. 10-17. On the X, Bradley off the block. For the score. He's still bristling a little bit about that poach ball. Channeling that anger into productive things. Nice swing there. That overpass is disposed of. All right, C2 with a nice lead here. Let's see if we can bring it home. We are in set 1 of the semifinal of the Nike Freeze Fest in Cleveland. Nice swing there. Josh, the laser left feet. Riley back serve. Going several yards wide into the deepest part of the court. Like we were going to throw that one back, but instead deflected over the top and to the floor. Back row for Bradley. Splits the block. Nice dig though. They'll keep that alive. Should be a free ball at best. And it is. Nice swing as Parker tidies up the mess. Hopefully you got some sleep last night. They drove all night Friday to be here for Saturday morning start. Several of the boys off to the Cavs game. The guy moving this block back. Stuffed down by Rory, and a net violation is called though. R1 talking it over with Takai. Looks like they signaled net, although it was a two-hand throwdown. So some kind of carry could be at play. Bit of a charades game breaking out between the R1 and Takai. Now talking about two-handed ball control. I'm not sure. Again, the original signal was net, but maybe that's not what he meant. What I meant by the net signal was you didn't like your hands on the third contact. Probably a nice pass. On the shoot. Looks like it did go over. Nice up. It might have been a soccer dig. And Takai. And another poach is going to be called. I like the aggressive blocking. Sometimes we get a little carried away, I guess. All right, nice pass out to Takai. Boom! Straight down. Also channeling the anger from the coach call into productive work. All right, we got a timeout on the floor. 22-14. C2 broke from the gate quickly, got out to like an 8-2 lead or something of that ilk, and have not relinquished it. And they are closing in on a set one victory. Let's get that over the finish line. With some instructions for Josh as he steps back to serve. Rory with a nice block. (23-14) two points away from winning the first set. Ball on, so we're gonna restart this one. Oh, the dreaded time of the warm-up on the adjoining court, so this should keep big fun. Kai blocks that one back and brings up set point. Josh still working from the service line. Nice swing there as the Venom refused to go quietly into that good night. Googleplex of set points for C2 here. Shorty. Rory, his swing is batted back. Not sure if that was by design as an overpass. In any case, it was over and out, so a point for Venom. Or the Venom. However you like your Venom. Shaken, not stirred. Nice up. Off the block and out of play. Say a nice job being done by the Grand Rapids shagging squad. They put one behind the chairs. If he's kind of got sweeper duty and kept a few balls from jumping onto the court. That's not going to be one of them, though. Kai's swing is wide. And C2 will call a timeout, trying to cement the set one victory. As they lead 24-18. Boys are out of the huddle. C2 boys anyway. Venom cats are sashaying out. And we're ready to get started. Riley, little stanky passy. Trouble brewing now, and that's going to do it off the defender and out of play. So C2 takes the opening set here in the semifinals of the Nike Freeze Fest. Stop one on the Nike circuit. I think it's stop one. A stop, anyway. Circuit would imply there's more than one. I think it's the only one we're registered for, but although maybe Pittsburgh is part of that. We'll be up in River City. That's Super Bowl Sunday, so early February. It's a better time to be going south. I don't know why we can't play in Miami then. Not sure about Pittsburgh, but I've heard it's always sunny in Philadelphia. All right, set one in the books. Hydrate or die. Riley's out of water, so Mom's going to go take care of that. Down to 16 teams in the women's NCAA tournament. If we're not already, I think there's a few games today. Cats and the Cards have made it through. That's what really matters. Cats in action Thursday in Memorial Coliseum. They play Cal Poly. Matinee, 1 o'clock for the first game. Cats are up 30 minutes following conclusion of that contest. What to do, what to do. All right, Josh S. looks to be moving pretty well. He is definitely kitted out for this Nike circuit stop with his resplendent in Nike sneakers and socks. More importantly, he doesn't seem to be showing too many ill effects from that ankle tweak that occurred early in set one there. I'm not sure if he'll go the rest of the way or not, though. May opt to rest rather than risk Further tweaking. Further tweaking is bad. All right. Josh gets his underway. Big block there, but a net violation. Carpe diem. Or they look like a carp in the net. Many people fish for carp, really, so they're probably not in the net all that often. Back over to Briley. He likes that right side. That one's dug up with an overhand dig, though. Over the top, Jakai is there, our libero from yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yes, it was. That one bangs on through. The heat down the line. I think that lefty delivery is confused to a lot of the blockers, especially a lefty on the left side, the lefty. All right, Bradley back to serve. Stream of consciousness. That's off the light post. Nice play though. They kept track of that. Back row swing for Briley. Oh, blows up the bro, but he manages to deflect it over the net. And they harvest the overpass as well, so good work there. I don't know if Briley's hit the ball much harder this weekend than that one, and unfortunately right at the bro, who rose to the occasion and managed to not get concussed in the process. That one's in the net, point for C2, probably about time for a score check. Two serving three as C2 trailing by one. Price puts it in play. Blocked down. Rory and Josh up on that. I think Rory got the most of it. That serve is well wide. Point Venom. Venom back to serve with a 1-point lead at 4-3. Jakai. Nice work. Jakai doing the stutter step. Couldn't decide at first between overhand versus platform. And got a nice pass out there, which was promptly smoted down. We're not at 4. I'm not sure the past tense of smite is to smote, but it is today. He was smited down. I kind of like smote, though. We're going to stick with that. All right. Bradley, that handcuffed him a little bit. Off the block and out of play. Not sealed and probably a little under-penetrated, so I'm going to be able to take advantage. They now lead by 1 at 5-4. Shout out to Charity, who has broken out the Scorekeeper app and is keeping me informed. Josh, make that Jakai. That's off the block. Whoa, initial signal was out, which I was inclined to agree with. Revised to in, which I was disinclined to embrace wholeheartedly. 6-4 straight Venom. Back row swing for Briley. That one is blasted off the bro and out of play. Didn't get him that time. Ha! 5 serving 6. Jakai. Back to do the honors. Yep, Josh is there. Back row. Oh, that's trouble brewing, actually. Kai ladles over. That's off the block and out of play. Point Venom, they're in a bit better form than their start to set one. Not necessarily ideal. They lead by 2-7-5. I think we're going to have a do-over on that as the ball comes through the middle, or through the side, I guess I should say. All right, 7-5. Shorty, glad Bryce stayed with that. Raleigh punches that off the block for the points. 6-7. Rory back to serve. Tip. Josh is there. Back row, Rory. Off the head of the middle blocker in the trio of blocking prowess. Nicely done. The bell ringer, pair of sevens. Rory serving. Misfire. C2 takes their first lead of the set, I think, at 8-7. Guy with the highest dig available. Pushes that off hand. The recycle. That's blocked out though. And Josh did a nice job playing dodgeball, getting out of the way of that one. Lest it hit him and on the way out. All right, C2 pushes the lead to 2 and the ball comes whizzing through. Promptly returned by Dakai. Seamless fashion. Glad none of that was spot on our camera setup. Rory drops into Shorty. Riley with the off-speed shot. Nice swing there. Jakai showing some limberness. Doing the splits. I probably wouldn't be walking for quite some time after such a maneuver. Venom serving for the tie. They trail by 1 at 8-9 momentarily. Josh, nice work on the setter dump. Collects the point. 2-point lead for C2 at 10-8. Nice up. And a nice set for the back row, Jakai. Good swing there, but well played. Riley gets to reload. Heel roll. Easy up for Venom. Somebody hit the ball. Thank you. It was belted down and I suppose a net call. I'm not entirely sure. Point C2, they lead by 3 at 11-8. Jakai still serving. It's not Jakai. It's Josh. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. Riley's dug. Tip. Jakai tries to get there for the pancake, but food service has moved on to the lunch hour. Venom trailing 9-11. They'll serve. Riley hammers that off the block. 12-9, 3-point C2 lead. Bradley back serve it. Drops in the shorty. Nice soft block. Kai bangs that down off the block. 13-9 now. If you just joined us or joined recently, we are in set 2 of the semifinals here at the Nike Food Fest. Lovely downtown Cleveland. The guy nice up out of the net. Ladle over, free ball for Venom. Nice up. Our 16 club mates are late for their referee assignment, as was just advertised over the last 14-9 now. Bradley still working from the service line. Nice overpass opportunity here. Back row for Bradley. He'll tip into the donut hole. Donuts. They're not just a breakfast food though. So. And a timeout for Venom as they've seen their lead evaporate and turn into a sizable 6-point deficit at 15-9. As they try to find a way to stave off elimination and push to a third set. Give me what's happening. No, we're not. It's 15-9 though. She's keeping it manually. All right, Bradley back serve. 15-9 lead for C2. That's going to be long. That'll make it 10-15. Oh, down. Josh begs to differ. It was long. Reads in the deep part of the court. Flags up, says the line judge. Point for Venom. They trail by 4, 11-15. Oh, Jakai making friends wherever he goes. Takes aim at 2 benches at once. Nicely done. Well, serving 15. And R2 called something, just kind of pointed at the floor. I'm not sure what that signals, but we'll assume it was a net. When all else failed, assume it was a net. Recycle coming. Tip, pancakes, lift. Oh, they called the lift. Bummer. All right, Venom responding, coming out of the timeout. They pulled within 1 now and trail at 14-15. Somebody got their diet.
That ball was hit hard.
Yes, it was. It came with some pace.
It knocked my Diet Coke out of my hand.
Now it's good and shaken up now.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, coming with some pace. All right, Bryce back to serve.
Yeah, we played them yesterday.
Yeah, they got a very slow start in the first set, and then they played much
So who
better.
won? The first
We won the first one.
You did?
They got a real slow start. I think we were up 8-2. They were making a lot of errors, but they played much better this one. And we have not. All right, that's a bit long, so 17-15, 2-point lead for C2. And then we'll take game at another bench. Apparently some disparaging comments have been made at pregame, and so we're voicing our displeasure. Sorties of highly paced volleyballs. Unfortunately, it's not scoring, but it's super fun. Josh puts that one down. C2 now with a 3-point lead at 18-16. Need to quit looking away from the mic. Nice! Paulette with the foot wedge. Keeping us safe back here on the side, on the back line, the end zone. Baseline, let's call it. Tipped over. Tried to throw it back, but did not make it. Number 99 out of Canada. Back to serve. Other 99s from Canada, a few come to mind. Or really just one. Nice serve there. Wayne lighting it up. 18 serving next. Venom for the tie. Yet. $20.18 for Jakai. Sure if a substitution was just disallowed there or exactly what happened, but nonetheless, we're ready to play at 2018. Jakai back serve. That is long. 19-20, a tight back and forth affair here in set 2. Out to Briley. It's kind of softly high hands and out of play. Nice tool shot there. Showing some finesse. 21-19 now. Rory back to serve it. Nice swing there. 20 serving 21. Riley, more high hands. I think it was in anyway. 22-20. Key point there. We did not want to be tied at 21. Back serve. Shot into the corner. A net violation called. Academic as it was on C2 though. 21-22 now. Venom serving for the tie. 23-21 has a much better ring to it than 22 apiece, so let's get this point. But Riley with the tip. Pancake is up. Shot over. Free ball, though. Opportunity for C2. Josh just to reload and takes it down the line for the score. Nicely done. 23-21 as foretold by the prophecy. That make me a false prophet? Anyway. Timeout on the floor. Slow start. Doomed Venom's set one chances. They've got out quickly here in set two. C2 is able to catch them and get ahead a little, but have not been able to pull away. We sit with a 2-point lead at the moment, 23-21. It is officially crunch time in the red zone. Crunch time can start a little earlier than 20, but here we are. And no matter where you go, there you are. All right. That's my rambling. Riley back to serve. Oh, the dirty ace will bring up match point at 24-21. Can't honestly tell if Pono's loving that or hating it, but in any case, Riley serving for the match. Nice swing, but the liberal gets it up. Oh, that's an overpass that is harvested vigorously. 22-24, a couple set match points actually on hand for C2. They have been converting side outs at a gaudy 82% rate though. I actually just made that figure up. I have no idea what the percentage is. That one, whoa, it dropped, but not quickly enough for Venom, so that's out the back door. A service error will end the match. C2 with a sweep. They've yet to drop a set. They're moving on into the finals. That's scheduled for 3 o'clock, so it's a 2-match wait. We are an hour late getting this one started, so that's all I got for you. I'm hoping some courts will empty up. We'll be able to get this moving along, but if not, I expect us to be back online for the final in about 2 hours. All right, until then, we are signing off from beautiful, if